In this video I'm going to show you how to create the calculation on a query. So if we go back and have a look at the design of the search, okay, you can see that in my search, in my plan, I've said that I'm going to work out the hours after midnight times 50. And the reason for that is in this particular scenario, this particular assignment, there was an hourly charge for how many hours after midnight that a customer overran with their order. So this is the calculation in this particular database, in this particular assignment. Your calculation might be slightly different, but the concept is the same. So here we go. Let's how do we work out this calculation? Well, I'm going to go back onto my database and I'm going to take my query back into design view. Okay, now you can see if I scroll towards the end of my search here, okay, I've got my cost per day, I've got my hours after midnight field, which gives me a numerical value depending on how many hours I've gone after midnight, and those are the two fields I'm going to need. Okay, this is the one field I'm going to need actually. So in this box, I'm just going to make this a little bit wider, and in the first empty box in your search, okay, you're going to start with the title. So I'm going to type in extra cost and I'm going to put a colon. Now it doesn't matter what you type there, okay, whatever you put there before the colon, so I've put extra cost, is what will appear on the top of the field when you do the calculation. Okay, now this is what I suggest you do. I'm going to use two square brackets. I'm going to that's not a square bracket, that's a square bracket. Open the square bracket, close the square bracket straight away. So I've now got inside there, okay, an open and a closed square bracket. The reason I do that is because you need to be very, very accurate when you tell the calculation what field you want to use. So I want to use this value, hours after midnight. I could type it in, but I'm in danger of making a mistake if I do. So what I suggest you do is to highlight that field and copy it, Control and C. Okay, go within those square brackets, because any field that you use in a calculation has to appear within square brackets. Okay, you can use the cursor keys to get in there, Control and V to paste it. Okay, so you can see that my field name now is correct inside there, and I'm just going to multiply that by 50. So what that's going to do is going to multiply whatever value's in here by 50. Okay, so if I run the search and let's see what happens. So I got 3 hours after midnight. So 3 times 50 is 150, so I should see 150 at the end. Okay, and there's the extra cost field with 150. However, it's not formatted correctly, so I need to make sure that I go and format that. So I'm going to go back onto the view menu and I'm going to open up the property sheet, which is up here. Okay, the property sheet. Click that and I want to drop the format box down and I want to select currency. Okay, now if I run the search again, what I should find now is at the end of my query I now have a correctly formatted calculation. So I'm going to go back, screenshots. I would suggest you leave the property sheet open for your screenshot. Make sure that you can see the calculation. Screenshot, explain that you're multiplying the hours after midnight field by 50, okay, or whatever it is your calculation is you're doing. So you might be calculating two different fields, like a quantity multiplied by a price. Okay, so you'd just be explaining that. Make sure that you've got it formatted correctly, okay, to the correct format, and then just run the search and then show the calculation completed at the end of your table. So that's how you create a calculation in a query. Don't forget to save your query after you've done that.